UFC lightweight Brok Weaver. Appreciate the time, man. I see you there relaxing.
Yeah, man. I just got done with a 6-mile run. Finished off the day. Weights extremely low right now. I've never, probably in my whole lightweight career, ever been waking up at 74 and going to sleep at 74 or 73. You know, and I'm this far out. I'm usually 74 on fight week, 4 to 5 days out, and then I gotta drop it with the water. Right now, I'm 2.5 weeks out, and I'm already there. You know, so I'm beyond what I am usually. So
Yeah, let's get into that because you're talking about the weight and your last fight. What exactly happened leading up to the Roberts fight? With the weight.
um, I was actually on a kind of like I was trying a vegan way kind of. I was only eating vegetables, fruits, and that's basically it, and like beans and peas and stuff. But I wasn't eating no meat, nothing produced, no milk, and I was on my 18th day when I took the fight, and I was trying that fast out, and I got really low. I usually walk around like 190, but during the quarantine time, I got up to like 95 because I was just eating bad every day. I didn't know when the UFC was going to be back, so I couldn't go to the gym and train. They were all shut down. So I was eating bad, so I was like, okay, I'm going to try this fast and see how my body reacts off this. And I was feeling pretty healthy, but I was doing one thing wrong. I was craving, I was craving a lot of peanut butter, man. I was eating a jar of peanut butter a day, and it made me stay like around, like I got down to like 80, then I started eating a lot of peanut butter, and I got up to like 86, and then that was like almost 8 days. It was like right at 8 days out, they called me for the fight. And they're like, and my manager like, can you make 55? What is your weight right now? I was like 86, 87, but I lied and said I was like 77, and said, yeah, I'll make weight. Man, I'm ready. And haven't did jiu-jitsu. I mean, no excuse. Haven't did jiu-jitsu or rolled or wrestled. Had nowhere to. I live out in Alabama in the woods. I have some mats outside, but they get rained on. I mean, you don't really want to grapple there. I ain't got no grapplers. I was doing some boxing and stuff, and doing my own strengthening cardio like I always do on top of the hill, but nothing that I needed to be doing to be fighting in the UFC. I was doing amateur level training, just keeping myself busy every day, staying in somewhat shape, but I was just way too heavy to make that weight cut. I started my water load, and it seemed like the weight come off fast. I dropped to within 4 days, I dropped 10 pounds, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can make it. And then it's like my body shut down around 72. I'd already was feeling really depleted. And right now I can get up, I can go spar right now at 74. But then when I was at 74, I was already feeling it. My eyes were already starting to sink in my head. And I knew it was just, and I mean, no excuse, but just the portable saunas there. It was, I was going into that situation just wanting to fight, just wanting to just regain what happened in New Mexico, to really get a fight. And and I actually, the night of weigh-ins, my body wouldn't hold none of my rehydration drinks. I was literally pooping out all my water, but it was like no poop. It was like I would drink water, and 10 minutes later it come right out of me. It was clear. And my body that night about 11 o'clock started cramping up real bad. My kidneys started throbbing. The UFC Dr. Davis come and checked on me, and he didn't want me to fight. They would want me to back out of the fight. My coaches, my managers, my friends, my wife, they were all wanting me to back out of the fight. I had went to bed Friday night of weigh-ins full convinced to back out of the fight. And then I had a horrible dream that all my boys were waiting on me, and they teased me and said, bro, you got to fight. You should have fought anyway. You can't punk out. So I woke up about 7 o'clock that morning. The doctor called me, and I'd actually felt a little bit better. I thought maybe my body just needed to rest after a shock like that. And I felt better, and I cracked some mitts a little bit and was moving around. I was like, okay, maybe I can fight. So then I told him, yeah, man, I can fight. I can go. let's do it. You know, it's weight cut. It happened. As the day slowly progressed, I felt my body again getting back dehydrated. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sit down. I wasn't hungry. I was weird. I couldn't eat all day. I was not hungry. And then when I got to the PI, I got real thirsty. Then I started trying to drink, and then it felt like I started trying to drink a lot of water, and I felt like I got too bloated, and I couldn't use the bathroom. It was just a lot of things going wrong, and not to take nothing from Roberts, because this is a risky game we do. Roberts was a good opponent. He did his thing. You know, he had a full camp. He come in sharp. He even outboxed me, I thought. You know, something that I thought I was gonna be able to outdo for sure. And my style is to come forward, man, and to break you and get you tired. And if I get tired first, how am I going to do that? You know, in the second round, I was real tired, and I felt myself slowing down. I didn't feel like I'm really good at defending the rear naked. I really didn't feel like he was going to be able to get it. I thought I was going to be able to survive, to probably take a butt whooping on the ground, and he slipped in a nice choke and got me. And hats off to him. But if he keeps climbing and he gets back into winning ways, and I would definitely like to run that back one day, just because of the animosity we had built up to that. I liked it. I like to try to get in my opponent's heads, and I felt like I got in his a little bit, but then I felt like at the end he kind of got in mine too. So I'm like, I got to get that back, you know.
The Jedi mind tricks a little bit, right?
Yeah. Jedi mind tricks, man.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it all started with that new diet you started, and that was kind of like a domino effect. New diet, take the fight on short notice, and it just all went bad from there. Did you change the diet since then?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm down here living in Coconut Creek. I live with King Mo Law. So I'm training at ATT, and I got a nutritionist. She's called the Fight Nutritionist. She cooks my meals every day, and she delivers them to me every week. And that's all I've been eating, man. And I've literally been eating my way to the scale. And what also could have messed me up was when I had not been eating meat for 18 days. And then I went on fight week, and the Lockhart and Leaf guys, they are great professionals, and I love them at what they do. But they started feeding me meat. So maybe my body wasn't used to like the meat anymore, you know, and it just wasn't reacting because I just couldn't lose weight. I got there at like 75, 76, and all the way up to like Wednesday night, Thursday morning, I was only like 72, 73 when I should have been like 65. It just, my body wasn't reacting good.
You know, you said you're in Coconut Creek. You talked about this before, making the move over there to American Top Team. Now it's a reality. What kind of differences do you feel or see in yourself being around some of the best in the world?
Yeah, man. Been here probably 8 to 9 weeks now. Training hard, man. I don't miss a class. I show up to every class, morning and night, just about it. The difference here than any other where that I have trained or I've heard of is, like you said, it's the best in the world. You have looks at all different weight classes. You have looks at all different styles in all different weight classes. And just the way that they're coaching and the way that it is, and having sparring partners, and the coaches are great. It's great to have great coaches, great chemistry with your coach. You hear him good in the corner. The most important thing, what I've learned in my 14 years of fighting, is sparring partners. If you're as good as your sparring partner, and that's it. If you're killing your sparring partners, you're not worried about getting caught. You're not worried about getting hit with a body shot. And even if you do, you're not even scared of it. And that's you practice what you preach. And if you do that, and that's what I was doing back home. I was training a lot of guys boxing during the quarantine times and stuff. And I was only training, and I only had 2 or 3 guys maybe that would push me in Alabama. And here, I'm no longer even having people that push me. I'm having people that are destroying me, like humbling me, like freaking Renato Moicano. This dude is a monster. Like, I can't even get close to winning a round with Moicano. and he goes 100 every time he goes with you. So it's a fight. So it's like, okay, if we're sparring today, might as well just go ahead and know I could get knocked out today. So that makes me think. And what I've gotten better at is I've added some arsenal. I've added some weapons to my arsenal. Stole a little bit of stuff from their style, mixed it in with my style, and I'm thinking more. I'm back to thinking. I'm back to being a sniper. If you look at my old fights, I used to just pick people apart. Instead of just bum rush forward and pressure that I've got into because I've been able to do that to people. I used to be smooth and move back and counter and be slick and like an assassin. And I'm forced to get back to that style because I'm trying to walk these guys down and they're killing me. They're taking me down. And I can't get up. And so I'm having to be more agile, having to be like a ninja in there again. And that's what it's really got me back to my basics, in and out, speed, and just mental focus. And every Tuesday and Thursday and Saturdays at 11 o'clock is sparring. And I swear, every night I go to sleep, it's like I'm going to sleep on an actual fight night. And I'm having to wake up and psych myself out to go to sparring because I'm like, gosh, I got to go to sparring today. I don't know who I'm going to go with. Whoever I'm going with at 11 o'clock on that class, everybody's good. So it's those nerves that I'm feeling on fight day that I don't feel, that I wasn't feeling back home anymore for getting on to about 2 years, even since the Contender. And that's what I love and hate is those nerves because it's not only training me for the fight. I mean, it's not only training me for sparring, it's training me for the fight. It's like right now, right before I called you, I was like, gosh, tomorrow's Thursday. Got to spar tomorrow, and I got a fight coming up, so they're probably gonna put me in the cage with somebody. Oh God, who they gonna put me in the cage with? Hopefully it's not Moicano, but if it is, we got a war. But me and Mike Davis been getting some good rounds in, and he's a hard sparring partner too. So, but yeah, man, it's if I would have been here, say right at the time I got the contract from the Contender and stayed here, I'd probably be undefeated in the UFC right now, 2-0, maybe 3-0, on a good little win streak, just and evolving. Like say, I only got 2 fights left. If I do horrible my next fight, if I do horrible then that fight, or if I get cut the next fight, I'm 28 years old. I'll still be here training at ATT. I'll go in the regional shows. I'll win again. I'll get back into the Contender if I got to next year, win that again or this year, and get back in the UFC and get a contract. It's not over for me. I'm here and I'm learning. The coaches love me. The team loves me. Everybody loves me. And yeah, man, it's not the UFC. It's not over for me. I can get better, a whole lot better. Within 3 years, I should be in the top 5 best at my weight class here for sure. And that's the goal, to be the best in the gym, so you can be the best in there.
Being there, has it changed your outlook? Because it seems like you're not really worried about what's going to happen in the future. You're worried about what's going to happen now, and it's just like no matter what happens, I'm going to be better being there.
Yeah, man. Every day I'm getting better. Every day I see myself getting better. I see myself doing a little bit better on the ground with these guys. I see myself doing a little bit better in wrestling. I see myself getting stronger, tighter, more elusive, more just I'm getting better, man. That's all I can say. I can see it. The coaches see it. I know my teammates see it. I see everybody's getting better. Everybody there is getting better every day, and it's good to go to your job and everybody has the same job as you. Everybody has to be there at that time. We're not working around nobody's work schedule like we do back home. Everybody's job that is at those pro classes is to fight. And that's good, knowing that I'm going to show up at the gym and I'm going to have at least 10 people to choose and pick and fight and train with, instead of maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 back home. And that is the best thing. I love my team back home. I love my guys, but American Top Team and all these high-level gyms, they're the high-level gyms for a reason.
Like they always say, there's levels to this game, and right now you're at the highest level. Right now, Frank Camacho, fan favorite. This matchup is made for each other. It's made for you. It's made for him. Have you gone back and watched his fights, watched some film on him?
Oh yeah, man. He's yeah. When they pitched me his name, I was like, oh yeah, that's fight of the night, fight of the year, written all over it. Frank's got a wrestling background, but he hasn't used his wrestling too much in his fights. He's 2-5 in the UFC, but he's on a little losing streak right now. So am I. He's tough. He can think when he wants to. He's got a high IQ when he wants to fight like that, and he's good on the ground. He's got his wrestling background. He hits hard, and he's tough. He's one of them flash knockout guys. When you hit him, he don't just go out. He's there still as a zombie. He's still trying to fight. So I'm gotta bring what I told you this fight. I gotta bring these new weapons in my arsenal. These sneaky techniques, and I gotta light him up and pick him apart and break him down and chop him down, man. And I I think he'll shoot on me. Everybody shoots on me. Eventually maybe even if they're hitting me, they're still like, okay, he's durable. I'm gonna take him down and see what he's about. Everybody's gonna shoot on me, so I don't throw that past him. But I think Frank wants to fight. I mean, this could be Frank's last fight in the UFC. This could be my last fight in the UFC. Let's go out with something to remember.
Yeah, it's definitely a fight that's checked off in a lot of people's lists of fights to watch coming up. Did you his last fight? Did you feel like that was a early stoppage? Because like you just said, he doesn't really go out. I mean, he gets knocked. He gets hit hard. He looks like he's rocked, but he didn't go down in that fight.
No, I think they should have let it go longer. I always like that. Like, I'm like, man, don't stop the fight until you're asleep. Like let them go to sleep. Like, I know you brain damage and all this, but man, we signed the paper and we get in there, man. Let us just go to sleep. And yeah, it's that's what I'm also game planning for. The coaches reminded me, like, hey, if you hurt him, don't go crazy and don't burn your wad, because he's durable. He's like Chris Lieben. He's dangerous while he's hurt too. He's swinging. He's trying to fight. So I tend to do that back in the day when I hurt people. I would just see blood and go crazy. So hopefully I'm a lot wiser and stuff right now. And I get him hurt. I pick him apart and chop him down and get the finish, man. That's But the main thing right now is I'm gonna look for the finish. But like I said, I gotta win this fight. And I'm gonna do everything I gotta do to win this fight. If I see the fight close, I'll take him down. If I see what I gotta do, if I'm losing both rounds, I gotta go for Brok the third round. I'm feeling mentally good this fight. Everything in life right now is going great. I got a good feeling, man, about the 12.
So you're prepared for any situation. It's not like, you're determined to get a first round finish. You know that this could be a third round or 3 rounds of hell.
I'm prepared to die. And I'm gonna tell Frank that I'm coming for war. Let's make it a war. Let's both act like there's no life outside that cage door. This is the last little bit of our life. How are we gonna be known?
All right, now I wanted to switch gears to one of your favorites of all time, Roy Jones Jr. He's supposed to fight Mike Tyson. Man, what do you think of that matchup? Do you think Roy still has it? I saw some videos, man. Dude is still fast.
The thing is, does Mike still have it? Mike hasn't fought since, what, 02?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, does Mike still have it? Mike started back training. Roy has never stopped fighting, and Roy has never stopped training.Roy's retirement fight was when I fought Crazy Horse. It's the same night, same card. And, that was like, what, 2015? 17. Yeah, 2017 or something like that, or 2018. But, it's just 3 years ago. The man still trains every day. I just brought my guy, one of my students over there, to start training with him because I'm here living now, and the dude don't want to do MMA, he wants to do boxing. So I brought him and introduced him to Roy, and he's there every day with them, and he's kind of in that camp. He was the guy that was getting jabbed by Chris Eubanks. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
Like 1,000 jabs. Yeah, that was my I was like, man, Roy, y'all put my boy out like that. He liked it though. He's like, hey man, I was in that video with Chris Eubank.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's only 2-fight amateur, so that's a big thing to be for him. So he's a young kid too. But yeah, man, that's the dream matchup. That's the question everybody's always, when they got on the games back in the day, the fight night games. I got Roy, I got Tyson, or I got Ali, or I got Holyfield, or those are the 4 people everybody basic boxing knowledge would pick. Those are the 99, 98, 97 overalls. So it's the style, man. Roy's got that elusive, sneaky style, a style I grew up with, learning from, that I'm gonna get back to, and Tyson's got that rope dope, pressure in, big punches, and they're both old men. I believe Roy's faster. I believe Tyson's more powerful and bigger. I believe Roy's smarter. But who's there mentally better? If Tyson, Tyson's he's a head case, man. He could really beat himself the night of the fight and ask himself, why in the world is he doing this? Just like on videos, he's like his ego and stuff. I mean, we don't know which Mike Tyson we're gonna see, but we'll know which Roy Jones you're gonna see. He's always gonna be in there. He's always gonna be fighting and jabbing and moving, and I mean, he does it every day.
One last thing, I saw that you started your acting career recently. Can we get some details on that movie and when it's going to be released?
It's actually already released. But it's premiering in theaters in Alabama at a theater that we all go to in Mobile. It was actually a Cinemax, and it's premiering September 19th, so a week after my fight.
Okay.
And I just had like a little 1-minute part. That part I put on my Instagram. That was the only part I was in. I guess they needed me to help advertise it because I'm Mobile's hero and all. So, but I watched it. It was actually a pretty decent movie. It's about gun violence and putting down the guns, and if you want to handle it like men, kind of, and just stop trying to. It's just a gun floating around. Just how guns can be, in so many murders and stuff like that. It had a good background to it. It's a pretty good movie. Hopefully it'll get pitched to Netflix.
Well, that's a good message, man, with all the stuff that's going on in the world and in the streets and stuff like that. So that's good for you too, man. Like you get involved in something else. I mean, you're active outside the cage. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing you, more on TV. I mean, I feel like you have a good look for TV, and then you have that little swag that you have. So, you never know what can come up in the future.
Hey, like I said before, man, you be a good fighter, be a great actor. Make it your show every time. And that's something like I didn't feel last time. I didn't feel everything went wrong and I couldn't get in character. I got to be in character in there, and then and hopefully I just know I'm gonna get in character. I got some things to say. I gotta win this fight. I gotta speak a message to the world, and again, and just change the world with my words, and help some people out, man. Inspire, and point them to the light, and just be an inspiration.
All right. Well, September 12th, UFC Fight Night Vegas. Brok Weaver, Frank Camacho. Fight of the night potential, fight of the year potential. Appreciate the time. Yeah. I'll hit you back up, man. Good luck and be safe.
Thank you, bro. Hit me up. I'll get on again after the fight and we'll talk.
Hey guys, Sasha Platnikoff here, letting you know to tune in to SCMP post-fight for all your weekly martial arts news.